How are we, lads? Welcome back to another episode of Finn's Farm Life. Apologies for the delay. It's been a fairly quiet week. The weather has been up and down. As you can see, it's cloudy. I'm just getting a few bits done between the rain. Jack is topping at the minute. I'll try to get up to him before he's finished and he's going to spray fertiliser. What I am at the minute now is I'm doing the glorious job of strimming under wires. So we got this. Fairness now, this is unreal. But we got a little blade that goes on the top of it, and it is just eating through everything. So it's a fairly tidy job. So I've done along this side of the wire so far, and I'm going to go up along this way and then come back down again and then into the yard again. So hopefully over the next week between myself and Jack we're going to get it all done, hopefully. I do it nearly every year, but the plan is this year now to cut them, and then when they start to regrow again we're going to spray them. I was meant to do it last year but I didn't have a chance. It got busy by the time I got it sprayed, and I bought the spray and all and never got around to it. So this year we're going to get it done. So doing this, and yesterday we had the plastic collection, so that was over in Kilfinny. So I had to bring 2 loads there. I brought my father's stuff and a neighbour of ours at home. I brought their stuff yesterday morning. I came here, then picked up another trailer, we went again. So fairly big collection. It was very busy all day yesterday when I was going over there anyway. So that's another job done, out of the way. But other than that, we've just kind of been tipping away, kind of getting things, milking and stuff like that. We'll be going to the mart soon with calves. The calves inside, they were tested the other day, so we're waiting on the cards to come back, and they're going to head off to the mart. We were going to keep them a year, but now we're going to send them off, just because it's going to add a bit too much to the system now if we're going trying to keep 20 odd calves as well. So we're going to move them on altogether. But in terms of grass, we are not in the greatest position in terms of farm cover. It's sitting at 450 at the minute, which is way lower than we want it to be, but the paddocks are very clean. So this one here, we're done for silage. Last week or the week before, about 10 days ago, they were cut for silage, but they are coming back at a good rate. But the only thing is that we took an awful lot out, so the cows are catching it quicker than they can grow. But the growth rate is sitting at 70 at the minute, so we're hoping that we can catch up. The cows are in a paddock there now that they only grazed about 11 days ago, and it's sitting in and around, it was sitting at about 900. I'd like it to be at about 1200 before I go into them, but I'm hoping by the end of this that maybe we might be able to slow them down a small bit, get in some heavier covers, and it might just slow them down enough that the paddocks can catch up. So that's kind of where we're sitting at the minute. So I'm going to stay going at this for another while, and we'll take a little walk around inside. There's not a whole pile to update. We power washed the parlour over the last couple of days as well, and other than that, it wasn't me that power washed it all. Now we got in a fella to do it. So yeah, so apologies again about the delay on the video, but it's just, to be quite honest now, it's been a fairly uneventful week, and it would have just been myself posting milkins, a few bits here and there, but mainly milkins. So that's the story now. I'm going to get back at this again, and I will come back to you shortly, and we'll see what's going on then. Hopefully we might have something else to do, and we'll go from there. Oh, we skipped on a small bit. It's milking time now. Jackson's side setting up. I'm still strimming, but I'm down to letting in the cows. Earlier on I came to here and I ran out of petrol there, so I went down, filled up, and I was just cutting around the yard then, and I said I'd come back up here then to bring in the cows. But yeah, there's 2 paddocks below there that we grazed, the bottom of there. They'll be going for They'll be straight for silage. We're going to cut silage off them in August, spray them off beforehand, cut them, and then we're going to reseed those paddocks. So we're aiming now to reseed the two at the bottom of this passage and the one that the cows just came out of now, which would be this one. So I'm going to reseed that one and the one next to it, hopefully next year, depending on the weather. So all there's a block of 4 paddocks before this passageway went in. There was just one big paddock, and they were stitched instead of like a traditional reseed, and the reseed didn't take all that great, so the grass in them isn't hectic, so they're poor to regrow. And cows do graze them out well, as you can see there. Like they did graze that out fairly well, but oh, come on camera, but it's just not the greatest regrowths, like compared to the fields next to it. Like it's night and day, like. So we're going to hopefully get them reseeded in the next 2 years. So those two are the first two. They'll be done hopefully by the end of this year. They should be back and fully established again, and then we've a few more paddocks there in the next few years. Like there hasn't been much reseeding done here in the last while on the grazing block, so we're going to try and up that as well, but in the next couple of years, just to get kind of a better quality grass, because we do see it, the fields are kind of reseeded in the last few years, are just doing way better grass. Like, so it is getting to the time now where the older swards are getting get a bit left behind, so it's time to pull them up and restart. So they're, in fairness now, they only got one grazing in that paddock, and they give it a fair licking. To be fair, that's from probably 8 o'clock this morning, 8 o'clock until it's now nearly 5. So not too bad of a goat. They're going into this one now this evening, so I'll just show you now what I'm talking about in terms of the covers not being massive. So it's kind of heavier up this side now, but like she's let's pull up root now. Like it's unbelievable grass. Like it's the best grass they could probably get, but it just isn't. It just doesn't have the cover at the minute. So I know, but I'll get there. It will get there. It just might take a bit of time to kind of get the grass to catch up. But yeah, I've been strimming away now. In fairness, it's tied into place up nicely, and in fairness, that blade that's on it is unbelievable. It's cutting briars, like thistles and all, that have like their stems like that, like they're like 2 inches thick, and just one swipe of it and boom, gone, clean through it, like butter. It's gone through 'em. So like, you wouldn't do anything like that with a string or anything like that. Like, so it cuts like, and it's cutting grass and everything. Like, it cuts like a mower. Like, it's just a rotary, like a disc mower. But yeah, that's my story now. But this is probably going to be a fairly short video, just kind of an update video. I don't have a whole pile going on. Next week we're hoping to cut second cut silage, but if this weather keeps up, that don't seem like it's going to be much of an option. But we have to do slurry as well. We need to get that agitated. We had a fella here today doing up measurements for the shed, so he arrived when I came back in from strimming. I wouldn't talk to him at all. He was only out doing his thing, like. So yeah, not a whole pile going on today, to be honest. It's fairly quiet. It is all fairly routine stuff, to be quite honest, which isn't bad. Like, you know, you like to have It's nice to have no problems, to be quite honest. It's better than have a lot of problems. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video here. New videos every week. There will be a video every week at least. Like, subscribe, do all the good things, and I will talk to you in the next one.